Hello, hello. Welcome back. Coffee with Christie. And something came up today where, it had to do with supplements. And I wanted to share with you some things to keep in mind when you are choosing a supplement for your needs. Okay. First of all, I would like to bring up the fact, or bring up a reminder. Hippocrates, the founding father of modern medicine, he said, "Let thy food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." Okay. Now, again, I've mentioned before that when there's something off, ask not what you can add, ask what you can take away. Take away whatever is causing the issue that you're suffering, that you think you need a supplement for. Okay, so if you have an itis, again, any type of itis, some type of inflammation, you want to eat anti-inflammatories. Pretty simple. Okay, now I want to bring up in regards to herbs, and I can't remember, it was so long ago when I did this research, but I think it was Dr. Blaylock, maybe, that did a bunch of research on supplements and tested them and found out that basically best case scenario, since they are not designed to be absorbed in our body, we can't even absorb them. So best case scenario, we are pissing out 90% of whatever purported nutrients are in there. So, all right, now many of you know I'm a holistic health coach, but I grew up, as a nutrition major and wanting to learn mainstream this and that. And it was many years later that I found out everything I thought I knew was a total lie. And of course, I was sick and my health was crappy. And then I've talked about before Nurse Olivia, who ended up kind of changing my life and teaching me the truth about nutrition and healing. Now, I don't want to say all supplements are bad, but I will say this with certainty: most are ineffective at best. And something else that I know for a fact, some of them are purposefully destructive. Why? How could somebody sell something that, they say does all these things and it's actually damaging me? Christy, how does that happen? Well, let me tell you something. And again, I'm speaking from firsthand experience. I'm not mentioning any names. I'm just going to tell you what to look for. Okay. So, look. People who are on drugs, pills, drinking, this and that, they're already under control. Sorry, I know you don't want to hear it, but they don't call it spirits for nothing. And your drugs, your pills, yes, even when they come from a doctor, they open up windows, okay, that allow entities and other manipulation, whether it's through directed energy or whatever. Total other topic. Okay, so how do you get to the people who don't take those drugs? You make a story and you sell them some really cool and expensive supplement. Okay, let me ask you how much money you have spent in supplements in your life. Dude, I know growing up, even like in high school and my first 2 or 3 attempts at college, hundreds of dollars a month. Guess what? I was still sick. I was still buying more crap. I was still eating crappy. But, I read or I heard in the news or on some radio, alternative especially, radio show, that this is really good for me and it'll change my life. And look at that big, beautiful, shiny smile in the model, not the actual person. Let me just make a suggestion. If you spent half of that money, let's say you don't have time to grow things from seed and you bought starters, half that money on a garden and really, real nutrition. I can't show you the rest of it because it's on the other side of the house, but what if you had real nutrition, whether it was from your basil or parsley or rosemary or oregano or peppermint or your greens or your dandelions or your nettles or something that is already growing in your yard. Instead of going to a store and trusting that somebody packaged it up all nice in this fancy little pill. Walk outside, pick a couple weeds, make a tea, stick them in your salad, make, whatever you do, however you cook. So when it comes to trusting who you buy your supplements from, I want to bring up a few things. So, number one, who's selling them? Okay, is it like a alternative radio network? Is it some rich person who wrote a book? Is it, who is it? What did they heal from? What was their story? Where were they 10 years ago, 5 years ago? Did they actually heal themselves with something? Probably not. I can think of a few, again, alternative radio networks. I can think of a few mainstream radio networks. They're all overweight. They all take their pills. It's pretty clear they have anger issues. If you look at their photos, you can clearly see big, well, I'm not even going to go into any more details. I just, again, ask yourself, who's selling them? What did they heal? What did this do for them? And show me the documents. Right? Do they practice what they preach? Are they actually using it? And if they say they're actually using it and they still look like they do, and they're still wearing glasses, and they're still... And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of this, being overweight, wearing glasses, having an illness, or anything. What I'm saying is, if people are selling you supplements, and they look like that, and feel like that, and act like that, think about it. They're not practicing what they're preaching. So either they're taking it and it's not working, or they're not taking it, and they're making money off of lying to you about it. Okay, so think about that. Now, of all these supplements that you've bought in your lifetime or even the last year, how many of them actually worked for you? Did you accomplish what the herb or whatever the supplement was purported to accomplish? Did it improve your quality of life? Like what? Yeah, so ask yourself that. And again, look, supplements, just like anything else, like the pills from a doctor, you can get addicted to that shit. And you know what that is? Honestly, that's just a cover. That's a mask for you not taking full responsibility for your health and getting these nutrients in the right foods. I am not saying that that you should never take a supplement. There's always a time and a place for everything, especially if you are super malnourished or you're, whatever, okay? You're just finding out about nutrition, this and that. You might want to get a whole bunch of greens or seaweed or, whatever. Do what you need to do to stabilize yourself and get to a place where you can think clearly and start juicing or growing or picking or making your own tea or your own food or your own something. So I guarantee if you're doing that, if you're walking outside and picking, say, whatever, the top 3 weeds you see right there in your front yard today, and if you make your healthy meals and juice every day, stay away from radiated processed garbage, you do that every day, you're not gonna be sick. And then there's no need for a supplement. Knowing what I know about a situation that, I will just say this. I personally witnessed a situation where people are purposefully selling supplements that are created by the military. In fact, even people higher up that they don't even know their names. And They are selling them purposefully. Some of the words mentioned were clone, zombie. Oh, you think this one's bad? This is just the introductory offer to get everyone in there trusting us. Wait till what we come out with next. I'll just say that stuff is out there. I will also say this. It's hard to talk about a little bit. Yeah, because you guys, many of you know what happened to me, and yes, I was warned, but I've been holding this shit in too long, and with my friends buying these things from other people, I just have to try to do what I can to get you all to think for yourself. I'm not telling you who, or what, or where, or what to buy, or what not to buy. I'm just trying to give you a few pointers to think for yourself. So many of these people who are purported health experts on alternative radio and stuff, they sell things with chemicals. And, they justify it. Oh, well, it's just so minuscule. In fact, I even had a couple of them on my show at one time. Other ones doing that now have regular shows and networks and buy spots on other networks. The one supplement in my life that worked for me and that I actually ended up selling before all of this homeless drama and stuff was one, Modifilan, the seaweed that got me out of a wheelchair before cannabis oil. Okay, again, along with juicing and herbs and eating right and stuff. But yeah, there is only one that I sold. And let me tell you, these other networks tried to bury them. First, they tried selling them. Then they tried replacing them and making something else, which they're selling, which they are. And then they even wrote a bunch of slanderous articles about that one particular supplement that helped me and every single person I know. Every single one. How it got our minerals in balance and cleaned out the toxins. Well, now these people are selling you toxins and things that aren't helping you. And if they were helping you, then why do you keep buying more? It's that simple. Ask that about any herb, any supplement, any drug, any pill, whatever. Pills are drugs, but in case you don't know that, ask yourself about any of them you take. If it worked, why are you still required to take it? Okay, because a healthy body is in balance. Doesn't require supplementation. And a healthy mind and a healthy focus and responsibility for yourself necessitates that you would be implementing these into your daily life so you wouldn't have to be forced onto a drug or any type of supplement. Okay, I think I've made my point. I think that's all for today. Again, get your supplements by getting outside, okay? Getting some sunshine, grounding, picking some herbs, go make a tea or whatever you want to do with it, okay? Start juicing. Make healthier food. Quit eating the shit in the boxes and then complaining about it. Oh, you're serving us poison. Dude, you're buying it. Okay? If you weren't buying it, they'd have no one to sell it to, and they would go out of business if we actually practiced what we preach. So I hope this helped you choose or not choose the right supplement for you. Thanks for joining me. Bye.